Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make him bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
Dear Dana White, I'm over here watching the number 2 and number 3 contender, and I tell you what, I got a feeling that Aljamain is more likely to kind of back out of this fight, right, Yuki? So that being said, why don't you give me Merab? Why don't you give me Merab? Since Sean O'Malley wants to wait, he wants to take his time. Why don't we make Merab the backup at UFC 288? Why don't we do it that way? That way, both these training partners, because I have a feeling that Aljamain is going to eventually back out. But I want to make sure, because it's going to be the same game plan for both of these chumps. Wrestle, strike, every time they throw something heavy, they're going in for takedowns. Anyways, Dana White, if you're listening to me, let's have Merab as a backup. Newark, New Jersey, UFC 288. Because I want both of them. If I can fight both of them the same night, they can both get it. I'm out.
The woman should have
It's almost like he's throwing Peter's game off balance because Peter's accustomed to pressing, but he's also not accustomed to people on his legs so damn much. So it's almost like he's making Peter think a lot. But this is good. The more you make Peter wrestle, the more you make him pick you up, the more you make him do things like that, the better this fight becomes for you. Because Peter's accustomed to people just striking. Just remember, he's next too. Yep, round 1 is in the books for Merab. Merab's confidence is going up. Peter knows that he just has to press. There's no other. But it's almost like psychological, like Peter's like, oh, there he is on his legs again and gets the takedown. Yeah, Peter, he's completely taking Peter out of his style. He's even out striking Peter. Fuck. Because of that reason, because once you start adding another element to the striking game, it changes everything. Peter just needs to invest in that lead leg and kick the shit out of it. This is why, like, even for my fight with Sterling, like, he's gonna fight me like, I have a feeling he's gonna fight me like the way he fought Pedro Munoz, and I'm expecting that. Real high pace, real volume, a lot of movement, a lot of lateral stuff, you know. But it's also, but he could also come in just waiting. You know, but this is where like my heavy, like these guys are the same fighters all the time. Like Aljamain, I don't know, he just flows with this fighting. He's a freestyler. This guy, you know he's gonna press, you know he's gonna do all this to shoot. This is why like a guy like Merab would be easy money for me. I'd hurt that dude. Cause I'd let him in on my legs, make him carry my weight, and then take him down. You know? Developing good top control too. Yeah, Peter's just gonna have to go for broke and go big on something. Yeah, there it is. That's a takedown he was missing. And this is, remember, I talked about in fight feedback with Peter. Hands up. As soon as he gets his hands up, he kind of leans like this, right there. Look, this isn't boxing, man. This isn't all that. Merab, if he's watching this, which I know you groupies are, this right here you can capitalize on. You're welcome. He does this a lot. As a wrestler, I can see you getting away with this, but as a striker who really doesn't have that takedown defense, it's different. Like right now, guys, Merab is putting on a clinic on how is that you got to fight Petr Yan. You see what I mean? You press him, you get him go back, you take away his game, you fake, you go, you throw up top, you shoot. He gets back up, it's okay. You repeat, you rinse, you get it off again. This is like the first round, what Merab did is he invested in it. He invested on all those takedowns that he didn't get because now he's making this guy think takedown. Next thing you know, there's shit coming up top. Exactly what Cormier just said. Petr Yan needs to disengage. He cannot get into the grappling positions with this dude. If you can get out, get out.
Juji, you got to let him film. Juji, you got to let him film. Tati.
Yeah, but why is Peter doing this? Peter's in a position he's getting tired. This dude, Merab's gonna stop Petr Yan. Man, Merab, I tell you what, guys, Merab has a fucking tank. I'll give him that. Tenacious, because that's how he probably spars too. Like these guys, But what happens when you go against somebody that can defend all that? Like, that's my biggest question. Like, what happens? How good are you really? How well-rounded are you really? I want him, dude. I want him as an alternate. What he did to Peter in the beginning is what really invested in the fight. He made him wrestle right away. And you can see Peter's demeanor change. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's what you call a street fighter, Merab. He's just a street fighter. He's a street fighter with technique. No fakes, no feints, but he does understand. He does understand the tactical game. He does play the game to his favor. You know, this is why Merab would have a hard time with guys who know how to defend, know how to wrestle, who've lived in there. You know, like this fight right here really hurts Petr Yan's legacy if he loses. You know, because he's getting outclassed, dude. He's showing fatigue. He's showing his lack of defense that he has. Like, it's just overall, man, it's just not. For them to call him a two, and he's still young, dude. He's 30. Yeah, right, but right now, Yan has no. He's back on the legs again. Yeah, I tell you what, man. I thought a different Yan would come out. I figured he'd learn from his mistakes with Aljamain. But fucking Merab fought this dude better. He showed Aljamain how to really take it to him. But I like that idea. What do you think, Michael? We have him as a backup. Yeah. And this is where you got to be careful. Is when you lose like this, can you come back from a deficit loss? Like you don't just lose. Like, you got controlled and you got your ass whipped. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you find that spirit again? How do you pick up that spirit? That's one thing that Petr Yan's gonna have to soul search and get from. You know, I go back to my Demetrius Johnson fight. I knew it was a lack of experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't. Yeah, he dragged me through the mud, but it was to the body. It wasn't a 5-4 round beating like Merab is just giving him. So, and Merab is 1 round away from winning this fight. Be smart, keep your hands up. Peter is gonna have to go for broke. He's gonna have to take risks. Yep. Right game plan. Right game plan against a guy like Yan. Beat him off 5 rounds. Probably even took his soul. Probably even finished his damn career. Yan needs to stop going to Thailand, and he needs to go to American wrestling, dude. Not even Dagestan, like I said before. It's a different threshold, man. He got beat up tonight. It's unfortunate for the former bantamweight champ. So, wrapping up my thoughts, Petr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili. Yan, it was more of Yan, what Yan didn't do. Come on, man. We all saw this guy. You can watch clips on this guy. It's just, the biggest thing is Yan doesn't have that wrestling threshold, man. It's different. This is why when people were to ask me, how would you, I would love to see Cejudo versus Yan. You guys just saw kind of a little bit of what would happen. I've said it before. I'm not just saying it because Merab just did it, but it would be a boring fight. It would be a smothering. It would be a grind. I would be taking space. I would do the exact same thing that Merab, because you got to respect Petr Yan's game. Petr Yan's game. He's dangerous. He's explosive. He's got those knees. He's got that spinning back punch that's dangerous. But overall, you got to give credit where credit's due. And Merab stuck to the game plan, beat him. He fights ugly, but you know he's able to grind people out, and that'll only get you so far for so long. You know what I mean? Let me give you an example. Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington. What did Colby Covington do? Colby Covington, that's all he did. Grind. What happens when you don't? What happens when it's neutralized? You don't have that wrestling no more. It goes on its feet. You see what I'm saying? Different strength, but that's kind of where I'm getting to. If you are not well-rounded, as good as he looked tonight, against a former champ. This is why I always tell you guys, wrestling is the toughest sport on earth, because this is all this guy did. A collegiate style wrestler would be able to beat Petr Yan just based on that. If you show him just a little defense there, you just wrestle him the whole time. He got it done. Merab got it done. I would love for him to be a backup for UFC 288, since O'Malley doesn't want to do it. I think he just came in at number 2. So I would love to have Merab as a backup, and I hope we're able to make this happen, because ideally I think they're both gonna have the same game plan. You know, like we all know it. Like, what else is he gonna do? He's not gonna outstrike me. He could try. I know he's gonna end up. Anyways, I'm gonna shut the hell up. That's the breakdown. Hope you guys liked it. I'm taking notes. It's all here. I'm next. I'm coming from my belt. If Dana White, if you want, let's put Merab as a backup. I love that idea. You have 2 friends that are going to be there, and I'm going to smash either one of them. So thank you guys again for watching. It means a lot to me. So you guys remember, there's more breakdown, there's more technique, there's more tactics, and there's definitely more cringe. So make sure to subscribe and click on that button. I'm out!